And we're back here on Night Vision Sports. Marcus Archer in. We'll have the call for the second half here. Farmington leading the Central Rebels 28-21. Jordan Ankrum, the leading scorer in the first half. Eli Pratt had 3 fouls, as he lives in foul trouble, it seems like, as he often gets a tough defensive assignment down low and plays with a lot of intensity. Will Scherfus for Central had 3 fouls. And I'd say the story of the first half, as much as anything, is Central turning the ball over a number of times, and Farmington not really able to capitalize as they missed several shots from within 4 feet of the basket. On the flip side of that, Central has missed several threes. They've only hit 2 threes in the first half, as Bridges and Mannion, their 2 sharpshooters from outside, have combined to hit 1 3 each, but that's out of several attempts. And so several of those attempts were wide open, as Farmington is going to have to play much tighter defense and close out on the shooter much better here in the second half. So Central to inbounds. Bridges will bring the ball up the court. They set a back screens for Mannion, looking to get him a shot, and the ball tipped around. Curtois comes up with it. Over to Alaric Jones for a quick 2. And the score quickly, 23-28. Logan England dribbles the ball off his foot, and a quick turnover now. So Central able to close the gap here early, possibly. Able to bring, with a shot here, with a basket here, can bring the game to within 1 possession. Mannion fakes it. Ankrum with the steal. He'll take it in. Kind of an awkward jump. Looking to avoid the block. He misses. A jump ball called. Ankrum looked to come up a little sore there. I don't know if he tweaked his ankle at all. And England finds Callahan off the inbounds. And another turnover over to Central. Bridges comes up with it. And he's fouled by Logan England, as the ref who called it could not see Bridges holding his forearm out, keeping England from him, which is also an illegal move. But England called for the foul. So Central now with the ball. Bridges out to Jones, who looks to drive baseline. Callahan with great position. Central nearly loses it. And a loose ball foul against Farmington on Logan England again. So that's 2 quick fouls on Logan England. So Mannion now to inbounds. Finds Caldwell, who kicks it out. Back over to Mannion in the corner. He misses. Curtois tips it out right to England, who goes around the back. He head fakes, gets Bridges up in the air, and he hits a layup. So that's finally a score for Farmington here in the third quarter. Bridges pulls it out. Looks for the pick from Curtois. Looking to play a 2-man game here with Curtois. So he kicks it back out to Mannion, who drives over to Caldwell for a deep 2 off the front iron. And Pratt with a one-armed rebound, as Curtois was draped all over him. The ball goes out of bounds to Farmington. If there's one thing Pratt does is give a lot of effort on the boards. He gets a lot of tough rebounds. So Callahan bringing the ball up. Farmington up 30-23. England crosses him over and drives in, and then gets the offensive foul. And so Curtois tonight, that's 3 fouls on England. Curtois tonight with 2 blocks, and now an offensive charge taken. So he's not doing a lot in the score sheet. A lot of what he's doing will not show up on the stat sheet. But he's making a difference so far. He's contributing. And so Bridges fakes the 3, takes 1 step in, and he hits the 2. As it's down to a 5-point lead here with just over a minute gone by here in the third quarter. Or excuse me, just over 2 minutes. So Callahan, he drives in off the left hand, too hard off the board. Ankrum comes up with it, goes up. He's too hard off the board. Curtois with the rebound. Bridges quickly up to Alaric Jones, who spins, and he gets the two. Farmington quickly back up the court now over to Ankrum, who nearly loses it. Who gets it out to Callahan. Nice save by the Farmington Knights there as they retain possession. And Alaric Jones, who's been draped all over England for the entirety of the third quarter now, gets a reach-in foul called on him. So it'll be Farmington ball, and the Farmington fans like that, as they believe they feel they're not getting a fair shake on that as far as that goes. So now another foul called on Austin Caldwell here quickly. I see he was attempting to hold on to Justin Ankrum to keep him from getting his own wide open layup. So Curtois will go out, and Colin Best will come back into the game, as he made his presence known in the first half with a big block and a couple of baskets down low. So England wide open for three on the corner. He misses. The ball tipped around out to Central. Farmington hasn't taken many shots from the outside tonight, but what they have taken, they have not hit. I believe they do not have a single three-pointer on the night. So now Farmington up just 3 with under 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter, as Central is battling, keeping it close, kind of a sluggish, sloppy game. Here's Bridges out to Mannion, who takes one step in from the free throw line. And Pratt, going out of bounds, throws it off the leg of his own player. So the ball over to Central. So Farmington with a number of turnovers here in the third quarter. So Mannion looking for Bridges on the backdoor cut. The ball tips around. Callahan comes up with it. Nice bounce pass up to Pratt. And a good play as Mannion takes out a Farmington cheerleader. A few students look like they're ready to go after him there. We'll have to hold him back. Jonah Barnes into the game now. So is DJ Hardy. Harlow wanted a backcourt violation there, but Hardy didn't have control of the ball until he was completely over the backcourt. Callahan steps back, and he drives in and one. Garrett Callahan. As he stepped back on the three-point line, looking for someone to pass it to, and took advantage of some aggressive defensive play by getting to the hoop. And so Farmington now with not hitting any threes yet in the game, but with a few baskets and the foul now. And Bridges goes coast to coast. And the lead's still at 4 with halfway through the third quarter here. Hardy drives in, not usually his forte. Ball bounces around and out. Bess, ball out to Buchanan. And Logan England with a nice steal to prevent a wide open for Bridges from getting a layup.
Central foul number 33, DJ Buchanan.
Buchanan fouls Callahan on the steal. And so Logan England brings it up, avoiding pressure, crosses Buchanan over, and the only thing he can do is to hold on to England to prevent a wide open layup. DJ Buchanan has 2 fouls on him for the game, and there's two fouls on him in the last 8 seconds. And so England off the inbounds. picks up his dribble and calls the timeout as he can't find somebody to get rid of it. And England and Buchanan talking a little smack, talking a little trash to each other in the game here. And the refs are trying to let them play. The refs are trying to let the guys play, but at some point, especially when it comes down to Central and Farmington, they're going to need to do a better job of keeping it under control, because if they're not careful, very quickly this thing could escalate into something a lot bigger than just a little bit of jawing back and forth, as the fans and the students are starting to get into it. And DJ Hardy open for three, and he hits one. He is money from outside. He hits the first three-pointer of the game for Farmington. Sherfish drives, and he gets the foul on Ankrum. So I believe that's only Ankram's second foul. Sherfish will go to the line to shoot two.
Farmington foul number 25, Jordan Ankrum, his second, team fourth.
Farmington hasn't been able to get Hardy open tonight. I believe that's his first attempt from three, and he made it count.
Central, substitution number 20, Alaire Jones.
But still, in this sloppy game, as Justin Bain comes in replacing DJ Hardy, who just hit a big three. In this sloppy game, Central still only down 6 at the moment, as Farmington is playing sluggish and turning the ball over, continuing to give Central opportunities. So Sherfish with an odd release. The ball almost looks like it's coming off sideways, similar to Joakim Noah of the Chicago Bulls. Very awkward release, but he hits both free throws. Callahan crosses over Jones, gets into the lane, misses off the back iron. And Justin Bain attempting to make the save. Steps on the out-of-bounds line. Ball over to Central. Callahan obviously playing with a lot of confidence right now. He's gotten into the lane and hit several of those shots this evening. So Bridges brings the ball back up for Central, who's still only down 5 with under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Larry Jones into the lane, head fakes, and he hits another two from in close, as he's got 6 points just here in the third quarter with shots in close there, as Farmington's letting him get to the hoop. And a reach-in foul there on him. He's attempting to try and get a cheap steal from Garrett Callahan. So Brett Mann comes into the game now, also replacing Jordan Ankrum. Jonah Barnes into the game also. And so Farmington now, Garrett Callahan, Logan England, Justin Bain, Brett Mann, and Jonah Barnes is their 5. Buchanan still on England, guarding him very tight, not letting him get the offense started. England comes around. He head fakes a few times. He throws it hard off the glass, and England's going to need to be a little bit more patient there. Try to get a better shot out of the deal. So Sherfish on the wing, looking to get it in low, and as Mann makes the steal, Best gets called for the push. And so now, with 2:08 left to go in the third quarter, and Farmington only up 3 for the rest of the half, Farmington will be in the bonus. Central already has 7 fouls on them, so with 10 minutes left to play in the game altogether, Farmington will shoot in the bonus from here on out. So again, as we said it from the get-go, we said from the top that this game, just like most others with Farmington and Central, will come down most likely to some timely free throw shooting. And Mann misses, and Sherfish quickly back up the court. He pulls it out, looking for someone to pass it to. He's not really a guy that will look to get his own shot. Pulls up, Larry Jones takes it outside. Sherfish left open on the 3. He decides against it. Ball just passed around. And Best over to a wide open Alaric Jones, who chooses to dribble in to the lane. He misses long, but gets his own rebound. And another 2 points from in close. Alaric Jones now has 8 points on layups in the third quarter alone. And DJ Hardy drives in. And a quick reach on Alaric Jones, as he now has 3 fouls.
Central foul number 20, Alaric Jones, his third, team 8.
And that's the 8th team foul on Farmington. On Central. DJ Hardy at the line to shoot the 1-and-1 with Central only down 1. And that's what you expect from a guy like DJ Hardy, a senior, who's one of your best shooters from the outside, that he could step up to the line and hit his free throws. And he hits both of them.
Central, substitution number 32, Scott Richardson.
And so Scott Richardson now into the game for Bess. As Harlow is going deep onto the bench tonight. Here's Alaric Jones, who gets it, finds Buchanan wide open, and he's fouled by Jonah Barnes. Will make the shot and will go to the line to try to make it a 3-point play to tie this game up.
Number 1, Jonah Barnes, his first.
For the first time
Good basket number 33,
since about 3 minutes
BJ Buchanan.
left in the first quarter. So Buchanan at the line now with a chance to tie it up, as Farmington has played a little sloppy and allowed Central to scratch and claw back into it. And the game now tied.
Substitution number 25, Jordan Ingram.
As Callahan sends Ankrum and Eli Pratt back into the game.
Substitution number 20, Eli Pratt.
As Garrett Callahan will run the point for the time being, what I'm assuming will be the remainder of the third quarter, with England back. Central looking at a half-court zone trap. Callahan dribbles around it, finds Pratt cutting to the goal, and he's fouled over the back by Curtois.
Central foul number 34, Hunter Curtois, his first, team 9. At line shooting 2, Eli Pratt.
So Eli Pratt with a chance to give Farmington the lead again. Hits his free throw. And he misses the second long, so Farmington only up 1 now with 1 minute left. Central content and taking their time, as this low-scoring, sloppy game really favors the Central Rebels. Farmington trying to tighten up their defense. And Justin Bain with a steal. He dribbles in, fouled by Buchanan, and the basket. And that gets the people off their feet, as he puts Farmington ahead 3 with a chance to take it to 4.
Good basket number 3,
Justin Bain, not much of an offensive skill player. He's out there as an energy guy, plays tough defense, really hustles, found an opening, took the ball down, got the basket and the foul. And so he hits the shot. Bridges back in the game now, looking to make something happen here at the close of the third quarter, as Farmington's pushed it out to 4. Drives in. Alaric Jones pulls it out, holding for the last shot. Finds Buchanan in the corner. Quickly over to Bridges with 6 seconds left, who crosses over, loses the ball. Pratt up to Callahan with 2 seconds left. And the ball is tipped out at the end of the third quarter. So Farmington allowed Central to claw back into it there in the third quarter. But at the end, a couple of energy plays, a steal by Justin Bain, a foul in the basket, helped to push the lead back out to 4. So with 1 quarter left to play, Farmington leads 42-38. as I said before, this low-scoring, sloppy game really favors the Central Rebels, as this is what they want to do, as they don't have the – Farmington has the advantage with height and with athleticism, but Central always seems to play a tough game. It's just like any sport, college football, NFL, when there's a rivalry game, a tough game, you almost throw out the record books. You throw out what the teams look like on paper, because anything can happen in the game. And so one key factor in this fourth quarter will be that Farmington's in the double bonus now. And so Logan England back into the game, replacing Justin Callahan here for the fourth quarter. But Farmington will shoot 2 on every foul the rest of the way. And that's going to make it difficult on Central, because they're going to need to play a very clean game, which they obviously haven't so far, as Farmington has been in the bonus pretty early on in both halves. So here's Bridges being patient. He calls a play. Looks to make something happen. Justin Bain looks to poke the ball away, but gets called for the reach-in from behind.
Justin Bain is first. Team 6. Central substitution number 22, Greg Mannion.
And so now every foul from here out, Central will be in the bonus. Bridges takes a tough shot from the corner and misses long. Barnes with the rebound. Farmington quickly back up the court, looking for something down low. They've been successful all night with driving to the basket and finding some backdoor cuts. Ankrum calling for it down low, as he feels like he's got a mismatch with Caldwell guarding him. Ankrum turns again to call for it. Barnes looking for an opportunity but can't get it there. Farmington being very patient here. And another foul called on Central. And so Bain will go to the line to shoot 2.
Central foul number 13, Jake Bridges, his third, team 10. The line shooting 2, number 3, Justin Bain. How can he miss him 6, 7 times?
So Bain hits the first. And he hits the second. Farmington now up 6, 44-38. With 1 minute gone by here in this final quarter. Here's Alaric Jones on the drive. Pulls it back out. Central still looking for some of those open threes they had in the first half. Farmington's really done well closing out on those shooters. I think they're willing to live with some of the close-up shots that guys like Alaric Jones have gotten. They refuse to let Bridges and Mannion beat them with threes as they did last year. So Central will throw it in out of bounds. Courtois looked to switch his pivot foot, but the ref didn't necessarily see it. He switches position on thing. Caldwell goes in. Eli Pratt called for the foul. But from my vantage point, it looked as though he completely missed the ball and the man.
Good basket. Austin Caldwell at the line.
In any effect, Caldwell will go to the line to try to make it a three-point play. Garrett Callahan back into the game as Eli Pratt sits down with 4 fouls left, 4 fouls on him in 6.5 minutes to play. Caldwell misses the free throw now. A 4-point game. Callahan running point on this play, drives in again, and that's been his bread and butter all night long. He's been able to get into the lane, hit several shots from close up. Mannion wanting the three, not having enough room though. And here's Mannion, who will pull up quick, and he drops it in for 3. That's his second 3 of the night. Logan England almost loses the ball in the backcourt, but he controls it. Callahan gets into the lane again. Out to Bame. Leaves Callahan wide open. He misses long. Ball tipped around out to England. So Farmington with a second chance here to get some points on the board. Being very patient. Callahan in the corner drives baseline, and he gets another 2 on the layup. That's 14 points now for Garrett Callahan, who missed the 3, but has gotten all of his points except for one jump shot from inside the lane. Not something you normally see from a guy his size. But he's seen his advantage. And there's Caldwell from the elbow. He misses. Callahan with the rebound. He pushes the ball up the court looking to take advantage. Pulls up from the free throw line, and he drops it in for another 2. Callahan doing all his damage from inside tonight. And a push off by Bridges. That'll be his 4th foul.
Central foul number 13, Jake Bridges, his 4th.
As Mike Harlow calls a timeout. He'll want a full. It'll be a full. He wants 60 seconds to talk this over with his team. As they had pushed the lead, they had taken the game back, tied it up, and they kept it close here, but now with a few sloppy plays, they've allowed Garrett Callahan to take advantage on the inside. As the shots haven't been there for Farmington. They haven't had many open looks from outside. But Callahan's realized he seems to be a step quicker than his man. And on that last play, Jordan Ankrum cleared the way for him, gave him the space he needed to get to the hoop. So the Farmington student section now riding a roller coaster. Having a little fun here, up 7. We'll hope the basketball team can continue to push this lead out, as it's still a little too close for comfort. It's one of those sloppy games that if Farmington isn't careful, Central can easily creep back into this with a couple of quick threes that they are very capable of hitting. So Farmington looking to get the ball into Ankrum. He posts up, calls for it. They clear out for him. He gets in baseline, takes a rough shot, but Bame with the rebound. Jonah Barnes on the wing, and a double foul called. On Colin Bess and Jordan Ankrum, as Jordan Ankrum was attempting to post up. And that's Bess's 3rd, and Ankrum's 3rd. As Ankrum's attempting to post up, Jonah Barnes in the middle, in the lane, misses his shot, misses the wide open layup long, gets his own rebound, gets the tie ball. Possession will go back to Farmington. As Ankrum and Bess were fighting down there, Ankrum fighting for position. They both got called for the foul as the ref tries to keep control of this game. Callahan with a pick from Ankrum. He gets it, pulls it out. Farmington still trying to get it into Ankrum, being very patient, knowing that any foul that Central commits will get them to the line to shoot 2. So Callahan telling his players to space out. And Alaric Jones called for his 4th foul.
Central foul number 20, Alaric Jones, his 4th. The line shoots
As Farmington content with running the clock out, waiting for Central to commit a foul. And England will go to the line to shoot 2. as he makes the first. Logan England not with a high-scoring game tonight, but as usual, very skilled ball handling. And just him dribbling around, holding onto the ball, the inability of Central players to steal it. Larry Jones got a little antsy, a little too excited, and committed a foul. So the lead now 9 points for Farmington. So Larry Jones kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges wide open on the wing, and he hits another three. That's 2 for him tonight, as he hasn't shot tremendously well. But just like that, the lead back to 6. This has not been a particularly great shooting game for Bridges and Mannion, the 2 Central guards, the sharpshooters from outside. But they can get hot at any time. Farmington running what seems to be just a simple motion offense, running the clock out, looking for someone to commit on a backdoor pick. Logan England head fakes on Alaric Jones, gets a wide open 2, and that's what Callahan's looking for on that. Callahan excited, jumping up and down, telling him to get out on the shooters. Alaric Jones drives, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Farmington foul number 1, Jonah Barnes, his second.
And Jonah Barnes commits the foul as Alaric Jones drove to the hole. That's his second foul. And Jones misses short. Central has not been able to capitalize the free throws they had, what few they have had. They've only shot about 50% this evening. And Callahan, Coach Callahan calls a timeout here. Wanted to talk it over with his players. Just under 2.5 minutes to play. Farmington's up 8. It looked like Farmington was attempting to run a simple motion offense, ran several seconds off the clock, and then got a wide open layup from Logan England. I imagine that's what Callahan is drawing up now, trying to tell his players to be as patient as possible, because there is no shot clock. And so Central will have to foul. So as long as Farmington hits their free throws from here on out, they should pull this game out. So Larry Jones back at the line now to shoot his second free throw. And he makes that one. DJ Buchanan in quickly for Alaric Jones. And Hunter Curtois back in the game for Colin Bess. Callahan quickly puts DJ Hardy in for Justin Bain. And no doubt that is an offense for defense substitution, as we call it, as DJ Hardy is a much better free throw shooter than Justin Bain. And Jordan Ankrum with a quick 2. Misses, but a travel on Hunter Curtois. So Farmington with a very good free throw shooting lineup, I guess we should call it, with England, Callahan, Hardy, Barnes, and Ankrum. There's not really a weak spot there or someone that you would say that you would like to foul to get to the line. So Callahan calling out. Here, layup only. Harlow calling for the foul. And Caldwell fouls Ankrum with 2:07 left to play. Ankrum hits the free throw as he plays down low, but he has a very good form from the free throw line. As Bain back in for Hardy. As I said, an offense or defense substitution. Now a defense back for offense. So Ankrum hits the second, 56-47, 2 minutes left to play here at the T.J. Foulon Fieldhouse. Farmington looks to beat Central for the second time this year in the last 2 weeks. So Central looking to get Mannion open. Callahan trailing the shooter. Bridges drives and a foul on Justin Bain. So Central now also in the double bonus, as this is a very slow-moving second half with both teams in the double bonus now. Close to 30 fouls between the two teams. And Bridges, extremely talented shooter, misses short on the free throw. And Hardy back in for Bain. The Central unable to overcome all these missed free throws, and another missed free throw. And Central's going to have to foul as Farmington is content with holding on to the ball. Ankrum over to Barnes. Buchanan not fouling. Harlow seems to be okay with that. Hardy finds Callahan cutting, who's okay to pull it out to Ankrum and back over to England with just over a minute left. Farmington looks like they're going to run out the clock tonight. Buchanan finally fouls England. So Logan England back to the line again to shoot free throws as he makes the first. And although some of the people are starting to file out here that are here, I don't believe a single student has left from the Farmington student section, as they're always excited to beat up on the Central Rebels. Central pulling the ball out here with just a minute left. They're going to need to make something happen quick. DJ Buchanan drives. He misses. Ankrum with the rebound. Callahan telling his players to spread it out and make Central foul him. Buchanan commits his fifth foul of the game with 45 seconds left. Callahan will go to the line to shoot two. So Farmington now up 11, 45 seconds left. And it appears as though that's going to be all she wrote here. Callahan make it or miss it, it's going to be difficult to come back. He does miss the first. So Farmington in the second half played solid defense. And Central committing a number of fouls, putting Farmington into the double bonus quickly with 2 minutes left into the third quarter was extremely detrimental. Another three missed by Bridges. He kicks the ball out of bounds over to Farmington. And we'll see if Harlow calls for the fouls. I believe he'll let them just run the clock out. And so on the night, Garrett Callahan and Jordan Ankrum, the two leading scorers. Callahan with 17 points. Very good shooting night for him. Jordan Ankrum to add another 13. Farmington only hit one three-pointer, as usually that seems to be one of their go-to plays is getting DJ Hardy open for several threes. Logan England thanking the student section. Farmington is well supported here at Central, and they take it here for the second time in just the last 2.5, 3 weeks over Central on their home court. And, of course, we won't see them again until the conference tournament possibly and the district tournament as we figure to meet each other again in the finals of both of those, very likely. And so Farmington with a 59-47 win over Central as Central played a sloppy game, but Farmington was able to rein it in the fourth quarter as they did at the Christmas tournament, playing sloppy for the majority of a number of their games, able to pull it out late. And so that'll do it for us here at the Central Fieldhouse. Again, with Farmington winning 59-47. Garrett Callahan, the leading scorer. And we will see you next time on Night Vision Sports. I'm Marcus Archer.